All right, y'all, what's up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is when you watch this video, just make it apply. Man, it's going to be a lot to go over in this one video. One of the things that Spirit was just telling me is to warn some of you that you're running your mouth too much. You are talking way too much, and it is giving your enemies just a leg over you. They're always 3 steps ahead of you, and you're wondering why. And it's because you have diarrhea mouth. You're just running your mouth and just telling anybody anything that, you are going through some stuff. And it's like anybody that has an ear that is willing to listen, you're just talking to about, oh, and I think I'm cursed by my mom, and my dad did this, and my brother did this, and my aunt did this, and the coworker did this. And it's like some of these people think that you're just crazy as hell. They're like, okay, you're batshit crazy, which number one, it comes back to you that now you feel discouraged. Now you feel even worse because you're telling your story that you know is truth and people is not believing you. And then for other people, you're talking to the very person that cursed you. And now Spirit is saying that person is like, oh, so my magic took root and you don't even know it. You don't even realize because the magic and everything that they did to you was masked. And so you're thinking that it's coming from the west and it's coming from the east. You're thinking that it's coming from the north and it's coming from the south. Y'all got to learn how to stop running your mouth so much. Remember, this is a channel message, only take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, if your spiritual team haven't told you, then don't listen to me. By all means, do not listen to me. Who am I? Like I try to educate you guys all the time, is that, messages comes from internal first. Spirit always speak to you internal because every last one of us have ashe running through our veins. Whether you utilize that access, whether you utilize that, energy or not, it flows through your vein. And when Spirit need to send you a message, Spirit will send you dreams and everything else. Now, when people is doing magic against you, specifically attacking your crown chakra and your third eye, or you're refusing to get the message, that's when it will start being external. That you will start having people saying, hey, I had a dream about you, you would have, friends, family members, you would see synchronicities, numbers, you will see all types of stuff to get your attention, to remind you of what Spirit told you internally. Now, of course, if you're blocked in the crown chakra or the third eye, then you're not receiving messages anyways. But Spirit is saying, some of you got to learn, you got to keep your mouth shut. That, some of you have snakes in your camp, and it's the people that you're entrusting, it's the ones that did the witchcraft on you in the beginning. And you're just confirming to them every single day that what they're doing is working. So we have to be careful with who we tell things to. Stop telling all of your secrets. Spirit was telling me earlier as well that someone watching this video, this is going to end up being someone that actually you trained someone. You taught someone the way of Ifa, hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Palomayambe, whatever it is. You taught somebody the way, and now you have told them everything. All of the secrets, how to do this spell, how to do that ritual, how to do this ceremony. And now it's the very thing that you taught them, they're using against you. This is one of the reasons why you don't tell your secrets. There are some things that I teach to people. I will tell them about like manifestation rituals and stuff like that. But the deep, deep secrets, no, I keep to myself. When I first started off, which I still feel the same way, I hate that when it comes to, some of these religions, like going into Ifa, how they keep everything so secret. Even when you get initiated, they will tell you some things, but they won't tell you everything. And I'm like, some of that stuff is crazy because I'm like, the people need to know how to defend themselves, how to bring about strong and powerful manifestation. But some of the things I understand why they keep a secret, because if that stuff is in the wrong hands, especially with all of the people that is crossing over to spirituality and they're very immature, that they have a problem with you, and instead of solving that problem on an earthly level, on a physical level of just communicating and talking this thing out, they're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do a ritual and I'm just gonna fuck your life up. It's like, it's crazy, and a lot of people, it's like we are going into a season that is less communication. We're not communicating with one another. It's like when we want to convey what it is that we feel, it's like, oh, I'm just going to do a spell. Oh, I'm just going to do a ritual. And we can say all day, oh, I'm protected in the blood of Jesus. Okay, keep thinking that. I'm not denying the power of Yeshua, but anybody can be cursed. The only way to avoid a curse is if you have a true relationship with your deity, whoever that may be, whether it's Yeshua, whether it's Buddha, whether it's, Muhammad, whether it's, the Orishas, the Loals, whatever it is, whether it's your spirits, whether it's your ancestors, you're only truly protected if you have a relationship. And some of you, and not trying to belittle you or any way, just a message from spirit, some of you are so up and down in your practice that's not true protection. When we use the Orishas as prostitutes, you have less power. And when I say prostitutes, is when you only go to them when you need something. Now you're under a curse, and now Ogun, and now you're doing the rituals and everything in front of Ogun to get cleansed. Why do you think that he's allowing that curse to stay on you for a full year to 3 years before he removes it? Because he's like, I don't know you. Yes, you got initiated. Yes, you got crowned. And you can have the consecrated Orisha in home. But he's looking at you like, girl, I don't know you. Like, I have literally been sitting in this house, not being fed, not being acknowledged, not being honored, not even being just a simple glass of water, not even being talked to. And you want me to come and rescue you? I think that the mindset that we have about these deities is completely off. We think that the deities is spirit. We think that it's Ashe. Ashe is an energy inside of us with no free will. Ashe is nothing but pure power. And Ashe works whether you acknowledge Ashe or not. And so if you truly tell yourself that I'm not shit and I'm not worthy, Ashe must go into your life now and turn everything around so that it's the physical manifestation of you're not shit and you don't feel worthy. Everything is going to fall apart. Not being able to have good relationships because this is what you believe. Some of you think that you're under a curse, and it's not you're under a curse, it's the condition of your mind. It's what you keep speaking out in the universe. You are the one keep saying, oh, there's no good men left, and now you don't have one. Oh, all these men are gay, and now you're only running into gay men. Oh, all of these people are just poor and lame, and now you're only running across people that don't have money. It's what you speak. Some of you really think that you're under a curse, and it is the condition of your mind. It's what you keep confessing over and over and over. And the way that Ashe works, as long as you believe it, everything that you confess, it shall come to pass. As long as you believe it. So if you believe that you're never going to amount to anything, Ashe is going to make sure that you're never going to amount to anything. And so it's time for us to really start understanding Ashe, Orishas, because we have this misconception that it's like, oh, Ashe is always for us. Ashe would never do anything evil. Ashe would never do anything bad. And to an extent, you're right. Ashe would never do anything evil. Ashe will never do anything bad because Ashe is a neutral energy. Ashe is what most people call Holy Spirit. And so Ashe will never. Ashe is just an energy that is attached to you. Think of it as an attachment. That, when you were created by Obatala with clay, it was Olodumare that came down and blew in his breath of life, which the owner of the breath of life is Oya. Oya is present, which is my head Orisha. Oya is present when you get the breath of life and when the breath of life is taken from you. When that breath of life is blown into you, you now have a very strong attachment, a very strong spiritual attachment that is nothing but a spiritual generator. It has no, I don't want to say it has no mind, but just kind of get where I'm getting from that. It has no mind that, in the sense of free will, that it can't say no. And so even though Ashe would not purposely send you anything evil, Ashe will bring you everything that you command. And so if you command that, every single day you get up, oh, I'm just so down and depressed. Ashe's job is to bring things now to keep you down and depressed. And now you're thinking, oh, somebody is doing magic against me to keep me down. No, this one is you. This one is you, boo. These are the things that you're confessing. These are the things that is spilling out of your mouth. And so Ashe is not evil, nor is Ashe good. Or Ashe is a neutral energy that has no free will, that must do everything that you command. And so if you speak it and you believe it, then it shall come to pass. Ashe will make sure that it's happened. And then the opposite way, I know some of you are like, well, why is it every time that I say, well, I'm a millionaire, I got money, I got this, why don't Ashe bring that to me? Because you don't believe it. You truly don't believe it within your heart. In order for any ritual to work, even the simple ritual of speaking things into existence, you must have faith and you must have intentions. You had the faith that you were a nobody and you're never going to amount to anything. And you had the intentions that this will stay on you for the rest of your life. Those two things combined together, now this is why your life is manifesting in the way that it's manifesting, because this is what you truly believe and this is what you truly desire. And so we got to be careful. And so now, it's the same thing with the Orishas. We think that, some of these Orishas are just all good and bubbly. And for the most part, they are when you build that relationship with them. We look at Obatala, which is the oldest Orisha, the first Orisha, and we say, oh, Obatala is just so sweet. He's just that old man, he that grandpa that I can sit on his lap and I can talk to about anything. You can. Obatala is the Orisha that owns the crown, that owns the head. Obatala is the Orisha of peace. Obatala is the Orisha of justice. But at the end of the day, everything that the Orishas own, they own the opposite too. Just like Obatala owned peace, Obatala owned chaos as well. You approach Obatala in the wrong way, especially if you're calling on him to do evil works and stuff like that. Instead of giving you peace, he can create a lot of chaos in your life that you will never have peace in your mind. And so stop just thinking that the Orishas is just this one side of the coin. They're both sides of the coin. As much as Oshun owns sweetness, she owns bitterness as well. So just like she can bless you with love, she can also bless your life that it can be extremely bitter and miserable. It's a way to approach them. And you approach them by building that relationship and not using them as prostitutes. That now, since you need something, even though I have did my rituals, I got consecrated, I got my consecrated Orishas at home, and I have ignored you for 3 years, but now since my relationship is ending and I need you, now let me throw you some lemons and almonds. Now let me throw you some honey. You really think that Oshun is just going to respond just like that because y'all think that, oh, Oshun is just all happy and bubbly? You really think that Elegwa is not going to teach you a lesson? Even the Bible says that God disciplined and chastised the ones he loved. And so you may go in asking for a blessing, but a blessing is not the thing that they are saying that you need. That the thing that you need is a lesson. And they will give you that lesson regardless of what that lesson looked like. It will definitely be effective that you can break the cycle that you're in. Because some of us got to learn how to stop coming to them only when we need something. Now let's go into divination, the way that divination is supposed to be. Because see, a lot of things when it comes to the spiritual realm, we treat it as prostitutes. Even the readers and stuff online, we treat all of them as prostitutes. And when I say that is, Majority of you, Spirit is saying, you only get readings when something is wrong. You're only reactive. Everything's falling apart in your life, and it's like, oh, I gotta go to a tarot card reader, I gotta go to a priest or a babalao to tell me what's going on in my life. Now since everything is falling apart. But that's not how it's supposed to be. Divination is not set up like that. Well, it can be, but that's the problem with majority of you. You are getting hit blindsided because you're doing the reactive approach. That something happens and it's like, oh, look in the cards, Rashad. Tell me what's there. Tell me if I'm under a curse. Instead of being proactive. Every last one of us should be getting a reading every single month. Whether things are going good or bad in our lives, we should be getting a reading every single month to see what is in the cards for us. Or regardless of what you do, the cards, the cowrie shells, the coconut shells, depending on who you go to. But we all should be getting a reading once a month just to see what is in our energy and see what is coming. Readings should be very proactive. That, I love readings when I get clients that are proactive and not reactive. That the sessions switch from seeing who's attacking you to doing the monthly read that we're breaking down each week. And I'm saying, okay, the first week, this is going to happen. The second week, that is going to happen. The third week, this is going to happen. The fourth week, this is going to happen. That is how it's supposed to be every month. Every month, you should be getting a monthly read to see what is in your energy, to see what's getting ready to come in, so that you can prepare yourself, because a lot of us are in situations now that so much stuff has happened that we're completely blindsided to, and now we need a full-blown ceremony in order to get out of it. And then we'll say, well, oh, I don't have the money for a ceremony and stuff like that. That's the reason for being proactive. When we are proactive and we are meeting with a priest, a babalao, just a tarot card reader to see what is in our energy, we can prepare. When they see that someone, it's better to say, I see someone that is getting ready to come into your life that's going to mean you ill will, ill intentions, than to say the person is already here. Because when you say that the person is coming, we can prepare for that. We can do cleansings and things to prepare for that. But when the person is already here, especially once the magic has already taken root, now all of a sudden you're fighting. You're in a full-blown spiritual warfare that could have been avoided if we would have been proactive. We all should get into mindset of being proactive when it comes to these readings and not just reactive. And like, Spirit is saying, some of you are talking way too damn much. This is the next lesson. Stop talking to people that Spirit did not lead you to. And I don't care if that person is not me. I'm not for everybody. Everybody is not for me. Stop talking to people that Spirit did not lead you to. Some of you are opening up about everything that is going on, the person that's delivering you from it, and the rituals and stuff that's being performed, and you're talking to the very person that cursed you. And now that person is taking note. Okay, well, I'm going to try to put this person under curse too. Okay, so they did this ritual, so now I'm going to double down and do this. And it's like you wonder why you're still in this struggle. You're still in this battle. Stop talking to everyone that has ears and willing to listen. And only be led to the people that Spirit is leading you to. Some of you are falling for all of these fake accounts. And by the way, there's plenty of fake accounts for me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube that people have sent me, copies of messages that people have sent. Number one, listen, no spiritual person, no spiritual priest, babalao, or anything is going to reach out to you on social media. If they're reaching out to you on social media, haven't even done divination on you yet, and telling you that you're under a curse and you need to pay for these services, like, come on. You really think that that's wisdom? You really think that that is the Orishas? They will lead you to somebody that you will be led to them. And when you are led there, you will get that confirmation, that you will get that feeling in your soul, which is Ori. You will get that feeling in Ashe, which is spirit. You will get that feeling that's telling you that this person is going to end up helping you. You need to listen to what they have to say. Some of you spirit are saying, like some of you have been to like 8 different spiritualists, 8 different Babalaos, that you're jumping from person to person to person. For what? To get different messages? How is that going to remove any curse? That the people keep telling you the same thing over and over and over, and you're still doing nothing to get out of it. Just listening to different messages by different speakers. Spirit is saying that, look, some of y'all gotta, we gotta learn, like every single month, every last one of us should be getting a reading and should be getting a cleansing at the bare minimum. And all of those that are in Ifa, Santeria, working with the Orishas in any way, we should be giving Ibo once a month. Once a month, we should be doing those 3 things: getting a reading, getting a cleansing, giving offering to the Orishas, giving Ibo to the Orishas. And if you do not know how to do it, then you have to connect with a priest. You have to connect with a priest in order to do it. And with some of you, you may want to connect with a priest and do it because it do involve animals that you might not feel comfortable doing it. And so you may want to connect with a priest. You know, we can't keep neglecting our altars and our Orishas and our shrines. And then in time of need, when we need them, now all of a sudden we're calling on them. Now all of a sudden we're mad at them and we're like, well, how did this curse come upon me and I have my Orishas in home? When was the last time you talked to them? When was the last time you prayed? I had to drink some so I can give you a moment to answer. When was the last time you gave Ibo? When was the last time you did anything? And this is not to bring you down. It's a teachable moment that we got to do the things that we're supposed to be doing in order to make sure that we're free. One of the hardest people to curse, which is damn near possible, is someone that is dedicated and devoted in their practice. And that's why majority of the time, I know I talk about the Christians a lot, but Christians are always the number one people, the easiest people in order to put a curse on. Because majority of the time, they never open their Bibles and read. They don't pray like that. They're not dedicated. That the only time that they will read scriptures from the Bible is when they're in Wednesday service, if they go to Bible study, and then for some of them, just Sunday morning service. That this is the only time that you communicate with Spirit. This is the only time that you communicate with Yeshua. This is the only time you communicate with God. Outside of that, you don't even know Him. You might say a prayer here or there when something happened, but it's not a dedicated thing. Every single morning, before talking to anybody, before getting on my phone and doing anything, I go to my altars. Each altar, and I start with honoring and acknowledging Igun, Spirit God, and ancestors. From there, I will acknowledge Ilegwa, Eshu, Ogun, and Ochosi. Then go into my head Orisha, because I'm a crowned priest, crowned Oya. So I will go to Oya altar. Then from there, Oshun and Chango. Then Yemaya and Obatala. Then Olakun and Oba. Then Oduduwa and Orumula. Then Sarabanda. You cannot expect great manifestation and protection when you do not have a relationship. It's just like the parable in the Bible when Jesus, I think it was Paul that cast it out. It was Paul or Peter, one of them. But Jesus, Paul, and Peter all casted demons out of somebody. And then someone else seen what they did and tried to do it. And they said, demon, I command you to come out. And the demon looked at the person and they said, Paul, I know. Peter, I know.
Jesus I know. Notice how they named the people that were dedicated. Because when you are dedicated in your practice, that every single day you're praying, every single day you're doing the requirements in order to build that relationship, demons fear that. Witches fear that. Warlocks fear that. Because they can see you and know that you're not the one to fuck with. And they will not try to send anything your way. But when they see that there is cracks in your devotion, when they see that it's cracks in your commitment, that's when they know the same thing that this demon knew. That these people I know, but nigga, I don't know you. Like, your name is not tossed around that demons fear. And so since your name is not tossed around that demons fear, bitch, I'm gonna whoop your ass right now. Because how dare you tell me to come out of this fucking person? We all think that we got the power. All of us. We all think that we got the power, that we could just go around commanding demons what to do, telling angels what to do. No devotion, no commitment, no relationship to any entity, to any deity. Thinking that we have the power to command something to come out. Now you're getting your ass whooped. You done joined the spiritual warfare with no armor on. And thinking, oh, because I'm covered in the blood of Jesus, I'm just okay. Well, you getting that ass beat in the blood of Jesus. People and demons and spirits do not fear ones that are religious externally, but internally, you're nothing but a vulnerable kid. You have never done anything to make your spirit more aware and more stronger. Everybody was given ashe. And it's up to us to take that energy that was given to us and to make it grow and to make it stronger. Because as you make that ashe stronger, people will be able to see it in your aura. People will be able to see it in the way that you navigate around. And it's not about being holier than thou. And it's not about putting yourself on this pedestal. Because it's always the ones that put themselves on a pedestal is the ones that don't have any power at all. When you have to exalt yourself, you don't have any power. You're just an ego. But it's when the spirits around you and the deities around you, when they exalt you, that's when you know you are on the right path. Because when you're doing the right thing, that's when Oshun will say, I will send my sons and daughters to you so that you will teach them the way. So that you will tell them this message that I want them to hear. Exalting yourself is nothing but a fake flex. That's it. It's once they exalt you. And everything is not going to be publicly. They're not going to get on social media and just say, oh yeah, Rashad, my dude. No. People, you will see it. You will feel it. You will know it. But that's my spiel, is that we got to get to the point that we get out of this mindset of being reactive. Oh, something happened, now I know Oshun. Oh, something happened, now I know Ilegwa. Something happened, now I know Eshu. But what about when things were good? Did you know them? What about when you were prosperous because money was flowing in? Did you take anything and put it on their altar? Did you take anything and put it on a shrine to make it look even nice? We'll learn. To stop prostituting these orishas, it comes with a consequence. And that consequence is you don't have that protection that you think you have. Stop going into these battles thinking you got this certain level of protection and you don't. And then you fuck around and find out because you messed around with the wrong person. Every single month. Let's start from the basic. Every single day, we should be taking time out of our day every single day to say our prayers to the ancestors and the orishas. Every single day, we should be giving a simple offering, even if it's just a cup of water. making sure that the cup of water is fresh on the altar, making sure that the candle is lit. The basics. Every month, we should be getting readings to see what is in our energy and what is getting ready to come, to prepare ourselves. Every month, we should be getting a cleansing, protecting our bodies, getting a powerful cleanse from a priest. Now, we should all still be doing at least weekly saging our homes and things like that using our herbs, but we still should be getting a cleanse from a priest at least once a month. And if you're sending out any type of magic, even a return to sender, you need to double down on cleansings. That's when you need to be getting cleansed at least twice a month or at least every week, depending on how much you send a negative energy out. Because return to sender is still negative energy. You're taking the negative energy off of you that was sent to you and you're still sending it back. Remember, anything when it comes to any type of negative energy is cleansing, cleansing, cleansing. Even the candle for the return to sender should have salt all around it, protecting that candle, that none of that negative energy as it releases to this person that is not going to leak out and be in your place. Some of you are just like, why every time I do a return to sender, things happen in my house as well? Well, did you protect yourself? Did you do a cleanse before? Did you do a cleanse after? Did you do your circle of salt around it? Because if you just had a candle open and it's a return to sender and you didn't barricade it with any type of salt or anything for protection, that's why it's leaking out in your home. Candles is magic. Candles is a portal. When you open that portal and say, I need you to go, you risk having some of that residual in your home if you did not protect yourself right. Cleansings, whenever doing return to sender or anything like that, people doing even the craziest magic, you better cleanse, cleanse, cleanse. Cleansings are necessary. Cleansings is the first step. It's when we ignore cleansings that now all of a sudden we need to do rituals and ceremonies. Spirit gave me the image of which somebody is probably having an image. It was Spirit gave me an image of my right eye like a bug coming out of my eye. That's a sign for somebody that maybe that's a dream that somebody has been having, but that's a sign of witchcraft. That's a sign of possession. That's a sign of an attachment. Some of us, we got to be careful. We're just, it's ways to do things. And like, I'm not trying to belittle you and bring you down. I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those priests. The only thing I'm trying to do is educate you so that you can start doing things the right way. We should be proactive and not reactive. We need to get into the mindset of being very proactive, that every single month we're getting a reading, not reacting to something, but somebody can go into the cards and say, boom, this is what's happening on first week, second week, third week, fourth week. This is what you need to prepare for. Like I had one client, very proactive. Every single month we met up. And I remember one of the weeks, I told him, I was like, oh man, you got an offer coming in. I was like, a company is getting ready to give you an offer. And I was like, when you get this offer, make sure that you look at the offer letter, that you read everything in there, because something about this contract is about to be wrong and they did it purposely. And he was just like, oh, okay. He was like, I'm just going to trust you. Nothing happened. 2 weeks later, he came back and he told me, he was like, man, I got a job offer. And he was like, you were right. They promised me $80,000 and they put $60,000 in the offer letter. And when I told them, why is that? And they were like, oh, well, we got to put $60,000 because, after the probationary period, we'll put you at $80,000. And he was like, well, that's not what you said during the interview. And even if that was the case, why is that not written in there? Because this only says $60,000. And so he gave it back to him and said, no, you're going to have to correct this before I sign it. Because once you sign it, it's legally bound. It is bound. It's done. It's nothing you can do about it. And like he was saying, he was like, man, I normally, he was like, I'm not gonna lie, I rush through and I just automatically sign because I trust that everything is right. But he was like, I would have never slowed down if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for you telling me that I need to pay attention to this. And so that's the whole purpose of readings. Readings is not always, oh, let me see, tell me the story of what happened to me last month. Tell me the story of my breakup. Like, what is the purpose of a reactive reading? Reactive readings are like, yes, if there's witchcraft and stuff, you need to get it done. But once you break that, every other reading after that should be proactive. And like Spirit has said, somebody is just talking too much, just diarrhea mouth. You're talking and telling anybody that has ears to listen. You're just running your mouth and just telling them. And Spirit is like, how many readers you're going to go to? How many friends are you going to tell about this? Not realizing that in the midst of this talking, you're talking to your enemies, and now you're wondering why they're doubling down on the witchcraft they sent you. Gotta be better. Paint a key of Eshu and the consequence of loose lips. Close the lip. And for real, we have to be spirit-led. We gotta be more spirit-led. Eshu, the trickster and messenger of the Orishas, was known for his cunning and wisdom. He often tests people's characters, teaching them valuable lessons through his clever tricks and challenges. In a village, there lived a woman named Bolai. Bolai was known for her lively nature and her habits of talking too much. She loved to be the center of attention and often shared gossip and secrets to keep people entertained. While she enjoyed the attention, her loose lips sometimes caused problems and hurt feelings among her neighbors. One day, Eshu decided to teach her an important lesson about the dangers of talking too much and revealing secrets. He disguised himself as a traveler and visit the village. He approached her, who was, as usual, surrounded by a group of people eager to hear the latest gossip. Eshu, in disguise, befriended her and pretended to share a deep secret with her. Now, that is one of the things that Spirit was telling me, that somebody listening to this, you have a so-called friend or family member in your group that you're confining in and you're telling secrets to that is working against you. Be careful. This is why you can't discuss everything with people. Certain things you must learn how to keep to yourself into the right season. And that season is when the curse is broken and manifestation has come in. We got to stop telling people every little thing, every little detail. I tell y'all all the time, even in my readings, if I can't see it, be quiet and hush your mouth. That's how you can tell if someone is really anointed or not. If people can't see it, Spirit is saying, like, some of you are even to the point that you want to be heard so much that you're going to people and they don't see what's really going on in your life. And instead of you seeing that as a sign that this person don't know what's going on, you'll sit there and say, oh, so you don't see the witchcraft? You don't see that, my husband left because of witchcraft? And now, what wasn't revealed through divination, now they are saying, well, yeah, it's a possibility there could be witchcraft based on what you said, not what I seen. Based on what you said, loose lips. Based on what you said, I see it, not by what I seen. Now all of a sudden they're saying, well, I know some rituals that we can do in order to fix this. Why would I want you to perform rituals and fix anything if you weren't able to see it? If you weren't able to see it, then why would I do a ritual? Because if you weren't able to see it, then you don't know what's really going on, and you're not really going to know how to effectively tackle it. And Spirit is saying that some of you have went to so many practitioners that you weren't supposed to go to and getting ripped off. You done spent 500 and something here. You done spent 1,000 there, and you still have the existing problem. Because you did not listen. You did not judge that tree by the fruit that it bared. Because if the tree showed you that it cannot see what is going on, why would you trust it to do a ritual when you can't see what ritual it actually is? Depending on how you are cursed, you must go about it a certain way in rituals. It's not one ritual fits all. Depending on what it is, there's certain rituals, certain herbs, certain spices, certain oils. There's certain things that need to be done. There's certain orishas that you must approach. But again, Spirit is saying, some of you, your lips are so loose, you're willing to talk to anybody about it. And you're willing to get a resolution from anybody after you was the one that revealed it to them, and it's not something that they seen. Eshu disguised himself and befriended her and pretended to share deep secrets with her. He whispered, "I've heard the king's treasure is hidden in a secret location. If you promise not to tell anyone, I will reveal its whereabouts to you." Excited about the potential of knowing such valuable information, she eagerly promised him to keep the secret. Eshu then told her a false story about the location of the king's treasure. That's what I'm saying. I love when everything come together. That is what Spirit is saying. That some of you are going to these practitioners. They're not picking up what's in your energy. Now you're telling them what's in your energy. And now when you tell them what's in your energy, they give you a false story. You got to learn how to shut your mouth. Now, there's a difference between, like in my session, once I start coming up and I'm like, oh, it's magic here. This is what's happening. This person is doing this and that. Now it's okay for you to open up and say what's going on, because it was already confirmed through divination that there is some magic that's going on. But if this person is not able to accurately pick it up, why would you tell them what's going on in your life? Just let them finish if you want, and then just be like, okay, good day. Go about your day. But we got to learn, we technically wouldn't have to do that if we are being more Spirit-led. Because Spirit will lead us to the right person that will teach us, that will train us, that will equip us, that will give us the tools and everything we need. We just got to be patient and wait on Spirit to bring about that divine intervention. Remember, like I told you before, you have a powerful energy inside of you, which is called Ashe. If you don't know how to break something, the only thing you have to do is tell Ashe, bring someone in my life that will be able to lead me out of this, and be patient for Spirit to bring that person to you. The first Orisha that you ever meet is inside of you, which is Ori. And Ashe is a very powerful, potent energy that reside in that body, flowing through your veins. Eshu told her a false story. So Eshu told her a false story, and then of course she couldn't resist telling the secret to everybody. She told her close friends, who then told others, and soon the entire village was buzzing with the news of the hidden treasure. The king, hearing about this calamity, grew alarmed and ordered an investigation to find out who had spread the rumor. When it was discovered that Bola was the source of the gossip, she was summoned to the palace. The king was furious. You have caused chaos and unrest in the village with your loose tongue. Speaking false information and revealing secrets can have serious consequences. She, realizing the gravity of her actions, felt remorse. She apologized to the king and the villagers, but the damage has already been done. The villagers' trust in her was broken, and she found herself isolated and ashamed. Eshu, revealing his true form, appeared before her and the king. He addressed the gathered crowd, saying, "Let this be a lesson to all. Talking too much and revealing secrets can lead to chaos, mistrust, and hurt. Words have power, and they must be used wisely." He then turned to her and said, "You have learned a hard lesson today. Remember, it's often better to listen and speak thoughtfully than talk carefully." Humbled and wise, she vowed to change her ways. She worked hard to rebuild the trust of her community by being more mindful of her words and keeping things confidential. Some of you, like I said, we think that the Orishas is always going to bail us out of everything. Sometimes the thing that we need is not a blessing. What we need is a lesson. Let's see what's in the cards. Thank you, Goon. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Thank you, Ancestors. Thank you, Sarabanda. Thank you, Orisha. Thank you, Yeshua. Thank you, Ola Dumare. Thank you, Ola Rune. Thank you, Ola Fi. Bless this reading. Bless your people. I thank all my Congo spirits. Bless me. Ashe, amen. What is in? We gotta stop telling people everything, every little thing that happened. Spirit is just really consistent on that. We gotta stop. We can't be telling people every little thing. And remember, guys, if you want to donate on my page, because these readings take a lot, if you want to donate to keep this page going, you can always hit my Cash App. It's Rashad King 2017. No specific amount. You can give whatever you want. You can give $1. You can give $1 million. It's all up to you. Whatever you want to give. Yep. Running your mouth has brought the devil in. Somebody is facing a lot because you keep running your mouth. 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 So stop running your mouth. 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 You gotta stop running that mouth. You gotta stop running that mouth. You keep running your mouth. You keep running your mouth. No, for real. Somebody gotta be quiet. Just stop. You don't have to talk to everybody that passed by. Girl, let me tell you, I'm under a curse. They're like, "Excuse me, ma'am, do I know you?" I was only coming here to get some food. I wasn't trying to hear about no bad juju. I wish you well. Some of you, your battle is longer than what it is because, like I said, only be led to the people that Spirit is leading you to. Everybody is not meant for you to vent to. Everybody is not meant to know what it is you're going through. Some things we gotta keep it on a down low. Oh, somebody is in prison. Somebody feels very in prison. You keep running your mouth. You keep running your mouth. Now that song is stuck in my head. You keep running your mouth. You keep running your mouth. Stop running your goddamn mouth. You gotta stop. You gotta stop running that damn mouth. You better stop running that damn mouth. Stop running that damn mouth. Stop running that damn mouth. Stop running your mouth. Start telling these people everything. Stop running your mouth. You keep running your mouth. You keep running your mouth. That's like my jam now. You keep running your mouth. You keep running your mouth. Shut the fuck up sometimes. I'm not trying to be mean. Just a teachable moment. You know, we all had to learn something at some stage. You know, I've had to learn this before too. When I first started this path. So I mean, we gotta just, you know, stop running your mouth. Stop telling people every little thing. People don't need to know your every move. Especially when you're getting cleansed and you're trying to remove it. Don't be going to the person, I got so-and-so doing work for me and they finna remove this fucking curse that you put on me. And now that person is like, number one, they always gonna be like, oh no, it wasn't me. I didn't put no curse on you. Soon as they get home, bitch, let me give you something else. Trying to confront me in the store. They moved in secret when they did it to you. You move in secret when you break the shit. Let them figure it out. Some of these people will never even figure it out because they have done that spell on so many people. They won't even, when they come back to them, they won't even know where it came from. They like, shit, I done did this to 17 people. Let me go on Instagram and check which one got their life back. Oh. The Page of Cups is all about, you know, something getting ready to come in. Something has already been here, you know, with the Page of Cups. And the thing that is, you know, coming in or already in existence for some of you is the Devil card. The Devil card is the encompassing of all negative energy, and it talks about addictions, but Spirit want me to talk about being bound. That, you know, some of you could have a binding spell and some sort on you, or a blockage spell that, you know, someone is literally binding you, putting you in chains, that you could have been receiving dreams of someone putting something around your neck, somebody putting a chain around your neck or anything around your neck, you know, just like you see in the picture. I need to fix my phone because this black spot is getting on my nerves. See how it's chains around these two women neck. And so, or I think that's one woman, one man, somebody a freak. And the devil has this person bound. So there's somebody that's doing dark magic that has you bound, that has you stuck, that you feel that you can't move. You know, normally when a chain and stuff is placed on you, it talks about the binding of something, that you're now their property, that they now own you, they're trying to possess you. And so, of course, there's rituals and ceremonies that can be done to break that fucking chain and to get that up off you and to set you free. But this is messing up your foundation. Your foundation is being messed up because of this magic here. And the one thing about when magic is here is that this could have started off that, you know, this could have been a lover. This could have been a lover, or, you know, for some of you, you know, not trying to talk about you or anything like that. This could have been a one-night stand. This could have been a fuck buddy. This could have been a sneaky link. This could have been, you know, somebody that you could have, you know, gave it to, you know, and now because of that, this person is doing some type of spell to bind you, you know, that you could be having dreams of a specific person, of having sex with a specific person, or you could be having a dream, because when someone is binding you, you know, it depends on your energy as well, and the dream will let you know of the energy. Because for some of you that, you know, you're prone to witchcraft because you're not praying or anything, you're going to notice that when you have that dream, you're just having sex with somebody. That, that person can be fucking the shit out of you, or anything like that, or you're watching it. That's a binding. That, this person is binding you with sexual magic. With some of you, you could have been fighting in the dream, and it shows your resistance to it, that you are trying to, but at the end of the day, that dream can keep reoccurring until that magic tires you out. And the moment that, like you could be having a lot of dreams, of you fighting, and normally the moment that you die in the dream, that means that the magic has taken root, that the magic was stronger than, than the spirit, your energy. Or if you are claimed in a dream, whether somebody put a chain on you or something like that, then it's saying that magic is present now, that magic has taken root. Normally in a dream, as long as you keep fighting and they didn't put a chain or anything around you, they haven't had sex with you and things like that, that means the magic is present, but the magic hasn't taken root yet. And so dreams is a strong indicator on what is going on in the physical, because it is the subconscious is spirit talking to the subconscious, and now the subconscious is relaying it to the conscious in your dream so that you can see and be revealed what is going on. But with the Page of Cups, this is somebody and that's why Spirit is saying you got to stop running your mouth and talking to everybody, because you could be talking to the very person that cursed you. And so this is someone that you could have had any type of sex with, or maybe you flirted with, and you guys didn't get there, and this could be one of the reasons this person is trying to bind you. But this is a binding spell with the devil being present, that someone is trying to bound you, and they're bounding your foundation. The one thing about magic that I think a lot of people don't realize is that this person will have the intentions to bind you in order to make you submit and come to them. But when magic of any kind, it doesn't stay on one thing for long. It can be to bind you like that, but then the next thing you know, your love life, your finance, your emotions, your energy, your spirit, every area is being attacked at the same time, even though this spell was only meant for the foundation. So that's another thing to keep in mind as well, and this is why we don't allow magic to stay on us for long. This is one of the reasons why I'm trying my hardest to teach you guys the right way, that reading should be proactive so that we can see this stuff coming, and not readings like this that is already present. You have the Queen of Wands as your crossing energy, and you have it paired with the Seven of Wands, and then you have it paired with the Hierophant and the Judgment card. So with the Queen of Wands being present, it's saying that, look, this is somebody innocent and sweet. This is someone that's real nurturing, caring, and it's saying that, even though you're in this energy of this nurturing and caring energy, it's saying that you're trying to maintain control because this magic is on you. And it's telling you that you need to beware of the Hierophant in your life. There is someone very high ranking that is practicing magic on you, and you don't see it. You don't see it, and the reason why you don't see it is because this person is wearing a mask. This could be the very person that you're talking to that is doing the magic on you. And this has you in deep regret. You have been down for a couple of days, depressed, and you're trying to figure out why. And it's because, well, you're under a curse. And this type of magic, it siphons your power. It try to takes away all your power, that you don't have anything left in order to fight. And so because of that, and now since you don't have anything left to fight, this magic has a greater possibility of taking root and taking over. You have in your crowning energy, you have the Empress, you have the Two of Cups, which is about love, and then you have the Eight of Cups. Somebody did magic on a relationship to make you end a relationship. That this could have been a relationship that ended so abruptly, and it's not matching the rules of common sense. Normally in that relationship stage, people are trying to make amends. People are trying to apologize. People are trying to, even the person that cheated, they are like, oh, baby, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it again. Knowing they're going to do it again and be a hoe, but they at least put up that front. But this is somebody that didn't do that. They just walked out. They were like, I'm done. And it's like, yeah, you probably argued and stuff before, but it's never been to this extent that this person has done something so extreme, making such an emotional choice. But this person made an emotional choice because there's magic behind it. Remember, magic cannot make something appear. It can only manipulate what is already there. And so, yes, you two have already been in arguments with one another, but it has never been to this extent. But that's what the magic is for. The magic heightened everything that was going on, and now leaving the toilet seat up led to somebody walking out and getting into a whole nother different relationship. And this affected your foundation. Once again, you got another card talking about your foundation. It affected your safety, your security, and your family, your home life. So somebody is really attacking someone's home life. They don't want that home to be, look, they said you're not going to have a house. You're not going to turn a house into a home without me being present. No, I'm going to get every last one of these niggas up out of here before you figure me out. And normally when people do binding spells like that, that's how you end up knowing who the person is at the end, because they purposely close doors that nobody else can come in, and that you will get so tired and so horny being by yourself that eventually you will go to the only door that is open. And then you got to question yourself, well, why is that door open? Why is that door open when every other fucking door is closed? But even though it seems simple and it seems common sense, majority of the time when magic has taken root, that person still end up going to that person, because they're like, at the end of the day, regardless of whether this is the person that did magic on me or not, this is the only fucking door, and I got needs. Like, this D got to get sucked somehow, And so most people will automatically go through that door. And instead of breaking that curse by doing a ritual or a ceremony, whatever is needed in order to get rid of this thing. So, but that's how you know whenever a binding spell is active, who that person is, because every other door is going to be closed but this one door. You have, in your challenge position, you have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is about fights, arguments, the whole 9 yards. You have it paired, or the clarifier, as the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is all about, your last stance. And it's saying right now, like some of you, your house is so blocked that nobody is coming through a door, and they show not going through a damn window. That you have no love at all. You could be a very attractive person, cute, lovely, and you like, why am I not getting anybody? Well, it's because of this magic that's present. There's magic present here, and this is very strong, powerful magic that is present, that is stopping love and everything from coming in. And if you're not careful, this can eventually end up messing up your pinnacles as well. This is why we don't this is why we don't allow magic to stay for long, because remember, this is something to throw off somebody's foundation. Even though the intentions was to throw off your love, foundation is everything in the home. It's love, it's money, it's peace, it's contentment, because look, it's throwing you into a big depression. And now it's getting you in the mood where instead of people are coming to you, you are chasing people. And you probably have never been in that position before, that you have had to, like, you were the type of person that never had to get on the app. Now all of a sudden you're getting on the app. And that's a sign when the only people that's attracted to you is people that's far away. People that that it's a harder possibility in order for you to actually have that real connection. And everyone that is local, everyone that is a distance, that's even a good drivable distance, they like, nope, not interested. People coming in and ghosting you and all types of stuff, because this energy has you now chasing instead of you just people coming in and receiving you and offering you a cup of love. So this is definitely somebody you knew, with the Page of Cups being present, and they definitely bound you. I wish I could go a little bit deeper, but I got a personal reading that I got to do in a couple of minutes because I'm looking at the time because I had to do my spiel in the beginning. You have the card at the bottom of the deck. You have the Eight of Swords. This person is trying to imprison you. And so this person is trying to imprison you. This person is trying to bind you. So this is definitely somebody is under some strong magic. Damn. I'm like, okay, well, that's that. That's that. You have angel number 1414. It talks about light up. It talks about mood swing, respect, family. It's saying focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. You will be blessed with new opportunities, a new friend, or an addiction to the family. Good vibes will speed up the process. Yes, definitely good vibes will speed up the process because right now somebody is in a deep depression, but we got to do the work in order to get out of this shit. We can't let this stuff stay. So I wish I could go in deeper, but I can't. I got to go to this reading, but just remember, keep in mind, y'all, like we all should be doing monthly readings. We all should be doing a monthly cleanse. And if we are part of any religion with the Orishas, we need to be doing Igbo at least once a month. Don't keep prostituting the Orishas that you only know them when you're in need. Talk to them in the good as well as the bad.